June 24th, 2009, Los Angeles, 7 p.m. A man sits inside his car. He is happy, excited. Tonight, he is going to rehearse the biggest show of his life. In just 20 days, his 50 sold-out concerts were supposed to begin at the O2 Arena in London. But he doesn't know. This is the last night of his life. And that man was the biggest pop star the world had ever seen. Michael Jackson. In 2009, Michael Jackson was 50 years old. The world called him the King of Pop. But behind that crown, his life was falling apart. He was carrying almost $500 million in debt. He couldn't even pay the mortgage on his own home. So, This Is It tour was not just a comeback for him. It was his only way out. And physically, he was disappearing. Nearly 6 feet tall, but weighing only around 130 pounds. His makeup artist, Karen Fay, who had known him for years, stood in court and testified, "He was not the man I knew. He was acting like a person I didn't recognize." June 24th, 2009. 7 p.m. Michael Jackson left his home and drove to Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, for what would be the last rehearsal of his life. And on that stage, he was glowing. His vocal director Dorian Holley later said, "You could see it in him, that he was finally seeing the show come together for the first time. It was a big moment. He performed Billie Jean. He performed Smooth Criminal. He performed Thriller. After midnight, the rehearsal ended. Michael Jackson walked up to every single dancer and hugged them one by one. He thanked every member of the crew. He didn't know that was his goodbye. He returned home at 12:30 a.m. and went to bed at 1:30 a.m. And this is where the truth gets dark. Michael Jackson could not sleep. For years, he suffered from severe insomnia. His personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was present that night. His one job, help Michael sleep. Murray later told police, throughout the night, he gave Jackson multiple sedatives, Valium, lorazepam, midazolam. But Jackson kept asking for one specific drug, propofol, a powerful anesthesia drug used only in hospitals for surgeries. At first, Murray refused. He knew it was dangerous. He knew it was wrong. But as the night turned into morning, Murray gave in. He injected Michael Jackson with propofol inside a bedroom with no proper hospital equipment and no way to save him if something went wrong. Long pause. That decision cost Michael Jackson his life. June 25th, 2009. 12:21 p.m. Dr. Murray walked into the bedroom. Michael Jackson was not breathing, his pulse barely there. Murray started CPR. Nothing. The security guard ran outside screaming, "Someone needs to start CPR, now!" Paramedic Richard Seneff dropped his lunch, grabbed his equipment, and ran inside. He entered the bedroom. He saw a doctor, sweating, frantic, trying to move the patient. Then, Seneff's partner looked up at him slowly, and without saying a word, he just mouthed 2 words. Pause. Let silence breathe. Michael Jackson. They rushed him into the ambulance. Paparazzi surrounded them from every side. At 2:26 p.m. at Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, Michael Jackson was pronounced dead. Age, 50 years old. The cause of death. In August 2009, the Los Angeles County coroner made it official. Michael Jackson's death was ruled a homicide. Cause, acute propofol intoxication, administered by his own doctor. In November 2011, Dr. Conrad Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Pause. He walked free after just 2 years. The man who came to help a king sleep became the reason that king never woke up. On the night of June 24th, Michael Jackson hugged his dancers. He smiled and walked off that stage. He had no idea it was the last time he would ever perform. His vocal director Dorian Holley said, "You would think the world had beaten him up, but he didn't have any fear that night. He was ready." Long pause. He was ready to come back to the world, but the world never gave him that chance. Michael Jackson. August 29th, 1958. June 25th, 2009. The King of Pop forever. If this story moved you, you already know what to do. Subscribe, because every week we uncover the final hours of the people history never forgot.